What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob. Did you think that your screen was pending or something like that?
No.
Buffering? It wasn't. We are here and we are ready to talk about the big news. You guys are all talking about it on Twitter. You think we don't read it? We're all reading it, okay? But first, if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, become a superstar. Easy to do, takes 2 seconds, and then I won't have to ask you. Once you guys are all superstars, it says 100% of you guys are subscribed, then I won't have to do this screen anymore. But until then, we got to keep showing it. So hit the subscribe button, join the fam, and you'll never miss a video. You can also follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. These are all ways that we do giveaways on the channel. So definitely want to be following those, because if you need to be in a giveaway, you're already following it. Really easy to do. And also, if you want to follow us on the TikTok or on the Veve, you can follow us through Fastos. 9.9 million. There's a huge wall there because everybody wants to be a superstar. So they're all posting their Fastoses at 9.9 mil. If you can find us, Superstar Money, that's our logo. That's what it looks like. And number 6909. That's how you follow us on the Veve app.
I heard they're going to change Fastos' name to Superstar Fastos. So
I put the petition in. We're taking signatures. No, but for real, we should do that. Now, big news. Big news
Huge.
Is coming tomorrow. So there's a giveaway. Parology is giving away the third Goofy of March Madness. This third Goofy. The way you enter the contest, follow Parology on Twitter. Follow Superstar Money _ on Instagram. This is the Instagram giveaway, so you have to be following there. Subscribe to the channel. You already did that earlier, so you're already one step done. Grab a Fastos. You can't do that anymore because market's closed.
Yeah.
So you might be out of luck here. Maybe you can borrow one from somebody else, but you can't list it on the market.
You can't transfer. I thought even.
You can't transfer. I don't know. So maybe you can't do this anymore, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. Just
reach out to us. Let us know. It's not your fault that Veve decided to let this stuff happen here, but we'll get into that. We're posting pictures on our Instagram of it. Rob's already posted a ton of your entries. You guys are loving this contest.
I still have more.
He's back. He'll get to them. If you submitted, he will get to them. I know some of you guys submitted today. You reached out to me. I actually, on Rob's stuff stream, I got somebody asking about the contest. So guys, we see them. Trust me. If they're in before tomorrow's video, they'll be entered.
Flip it here quickly.
Okay.
Switch it over just very fast. I got the Instagram.
Oh yeah, here you go. Look at these entries. They're hilarious. Some of them.
I like this one.
This is what we wanted, guys. This is what we wanted. We knew the pose was such a perfect pose for AR, and it's just fantastic. Even some of the comments that Rob wrote are hilarious. So go check out the Instagram. Follow the Instagram. Get us to 200 followers there. It's easy to do too. Nice. Yeah, with us in there too. Like that's a superstar picture. Got to work on the rotation though. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. So I'm gonna pull it over here because this is the next thing that's big news. You see this timer going on over here. 15 hours. Parology World Community is live. You can get there in 15 hours. I think it's 9 a.m. Pacific that it is going live. And then you can join Superstar Money's club. We have a club on the Parology Community website. And here you can do all types of chats. We're going to be in and out of here for sure. Talking to all you guys if you want to chat it up. We're going to have topics. And we're going to have some special files for you guys to download. Nothing in there yet, but you'll be able to see your membership status. It's really cool. A bunch of people are in there. Look at all the people. It's all free, 100% free, not charging anything. That's how we do here. And basically, just come here, join, prove that you're a superstar. We'll probably be promoting this for a while because this is going to be a great way to have some community feedback. So the superstar chat is what I'm most excited for. You can have some nice stars going on. I just like coming in here, just looking at the stars that everyone's writing. Look at this. It's beautiful. So guys, these are great people in the community. Go follow them on Twitter as well. They're all great, and they're all testing out the site, and they're loving it. They'll tell you about it. So let us get into the big time news. First things first, I'm gonna go through all the drops though, but the market's still closed. All right, and they're gonna have another update later today. So this is affecting our Fastos giveaway. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I didn't think this would happen a week ago when we announced this. But we appreciate your ongoing patience and apologize for the inconvenience. We'll get into it. I promise we will get into it. They also talk about their Ukraine relief effort, that drop, and they posted that little video that they got from the Red Cross. And if you didn't see it, they showed that on their little community update. Go check that video out. It's pretty cool. They also partnered with artist Gary Baseman, and it looks like we're getting some kind of collectible here with an
I like that little guy.
eyeball as a stomach.
Yeah, that's
Not my
sick.
favorite. This is not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it. I like it. I wouldn't buy it though.
It
I
looks like
like
it's
it.
on. It actually has like stitching on the hands, and it's almost like a puppet or something. I don't know. It's kind of. It's not my style. I'm sure that
It's like a
a lot of people like
fin,
it.
like a fin style kind of look
Yeah,
cartoony a
you're
bit.
right. With like the little string legs and hands. Yeah, yeah. We also have first appearance of Gamora, Strange Tales number 180, dropping on Friday.
Gamora. Wow.
So that Basement Joby's coming on Saturday, but Gamora
Yeah.
first appearance is coming on Friday. So this might be a decent comic.
I think that's gonna go as a B rank. I actually see if he put it up. He hasn't put it up yet.
That secret rare looks sweet, man. The
Yeah,
black with the eyes sticking through. Ooh,
yeah. I mean, this is from the Guardians of the Galaxy series here. So Gamora, I think, is a pretty
yeah.
good character. I think definitely is a comic
I'm
that would be
excited.
good to own long term. Why not?
I'm excited. Today's drop, I did not even go for it. I looked at the clock; it was 4 minutes late. And Night Nurse number 1. Did you end up going for it, Rob?
No, no. I didn't go.
So
Why would I go for it if the market's down?
yeah, you can't even flip it out for anything.
Right?
But I
I'm
heard a
not.
lot
I'm
of
not.
people. I heard a lot of people got it. So maybe the bots stayed away this time.
I think so. I think a lot of people stayed away this time.
Yeah.
There's some trouble in paradise right now. So
So I'm
uh,
gonna flip it to you, or you want me to pull it
yeah,
up,
flip it quickly to
pull
me.
off the screen?
I want to give a shout out quickly to my screen if you flip over. So
Okay, here
we
you
got
go.
a tweet. Huge superstar here is in the comment sections all the time. Really insightful. As for Rennie, I'd be really interested to hear your take on the gem fiasco. I saw one in verified thread where someone warned a dev close to the project about gem generation like a month ago. Could be fake / FUD though. The reporter asked about bounties. Anyways, so we know obviously we know that he wanted to hear our thoughts, so we decided to make this video. But before we start, I think what we want to do is say that we are pro Veve. Okay, we believe Veve will do great things long term. However, I think it's fair to say, and we're all in agreement in this, that this does not come without them fixing issues that we've talked about in our past videos,
Yeah, and
right?
we've been talking about a lot of criticisms with Vivi the last couple of videos, and we've been called FUD boys and whatnot. But then there's been the video right before that we've been called Moon boys. So we talk about everything here. We're gonna get to every topic that there is, and when there needs to be criticism, we're gonna bring the criticism. So hopefully you guys appreciate that, because I know maybe not everybody is willing to do that. It's not good for our investments to be critical, obviously, but maybe in the long run it is, because then Vivi can recognize that there are some concerns in the community, and if we bring it to their attention with enough force, maybe they'll do something, because they have proven that they do listen to the community and attempt to alter things in that direction. So that's what we're just basically saying, like, guys, if Vivi turns around and things start going the way they should, they bring out MTL, they bring out MCP, we will be the biggest Moon Boys on YouTube, okay? But until we get to that point, we have to definitely be critical so that we can make sure things are getting done properly and helping everybody out. We want you guys to do well. You want your investments to do well, just like we
Yeah.
want our own investments to do well. So
So
I'm gonna hide your screen, Rob.
yeah, Heidi, you could just come to us. So
Okay.
there's still a lot going on. Okay, so basically, as a recap, there was the largest 3-day period in app purchasing on the app. All of a sudden, even we were noticing, the price of off app gem purchases went from like 0.5 to like 0.25 out of nowhere. We saw a sudden market pump, especially of golden moments, a 1-day pump. Remember, 1 day doesn't create a trend, guys,
Mm-hmm.
but it was a 1-day pump. We had the golden moments pumping out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden the market was shut down around 1 a.m. Eastern time. I remember because I went on and I saw it at that time. So it doesn't surprise us. I mean, we talked a lot about gems off app and everything, but I think we should start off by saying that ultimately Veve is to blame for everything that's happened to this point. And the reason this all exists in the first place is that Veve does not have an MTL program. So we made a video on why you can capitalize on MTL, right? How you can capitalize with these cheap gems coming out. But if you have MTL, there's still going to be a large portion of people at that point who would be willing just to wait a couple weeks, cash out at their 0.9, and then obviously at whatever market transaction fees they're going to have on top. And then you kind of kill this off-app purchase market. This black market kind of gets
Yeah.
killed. Maybe you're going to have some people that want to get out fast, right? They don't want to wait 2 weeks, whatever. But never did I expect fraudulent activity. But why would anyone buy them at 0.2 if you have a proper process to get out? You're going to say to yourself, hold on a second, there must be something weird going on here. But people are so used to this cheap gem market, this cheap blend black market to get gems, that when someone comes and says, I have them for 0.25, some people believe that's legitimate,
Yeah.
right? Some people believe that there's just somebody who
Well,
wants to get out fast because they can't get out.
market prices were dropping, the sentiment was dropping, so that could be another reason why people thought that the cheap prices might have been real. It might have just been desperate people trying to get out. It looks like everybody was selling off their collectibles for a long time there, and if anything, that's going to drop the price of these off-app gems. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that MTL definitely helps to solve some of these issues. It'll be the biggest help to solve this issue,
Yeah.
just because anybody who had any hesitancy would definitely go through the proper channels, as opposed to having no choice other than OffApp. So I think MTL is definitely the first thing that they need to bring to help curve this thing back in the right direction.
Not to mention that they also did publicly allow off-app purchasing.
Yeah.
There was some comments that we got of people saying, I told you not to buy off-app. Well, I mean, I personally don't think it's ethically wrong to do so.
Yeah.
If somebody who's a legitimate person who acquired their gems,
Yeah.
fairly.
There's people who sell their collectibles and just want to get out, and they sell their gems cheaper. You just gotta look. You gotta find them.
But you have to be careful because scams
Yeah.
happen, right? So
Yeah.
some of these gem dealers, we'll call them, were like, 0.2 for, I'm not paying 0.2 because something doesn't seem right. Everyone else is paying 0.5 right now. So why
Yeah.
would I, like, something's wrong. How did you
Where'd
get
those
that,
gems come from? Yeah, where'd those gems come from?
right? Like an undercut's like a 0.4. It's not
Yeah.
really. So there's some really really strange things going on, and some people hopefully they get it, but we don't know how long ago this goes, right? We don't know from what day this has been happening because there's some rumors that it's not just these last 3 days. These last 3 days it was apparent. Maybe the people doing this were finding out that Veve was onto them from a tip from like a month ago, and they're like, let's exploit it like crazy right now before it's too late.
Yeah.
We don't know it, but anyways, that's number one, is that MTL, the speed to market for MTL, not to mention some of the other things that have been promised, but specifically the speed to market of MTL
Yeah, that's the big
led to
hitter.
this.
Yep.
Now what comes? So here's a problem. I'm concerned about the loss of confidence in a network, a secure network, so that people will not hesitate to come to Veve to put in new money,
Yeah.
right? Like, you need to have a secure market. You need to have a secure ecosystem within the app. This word's gonna get out now on all sorts of techie articles. Like, this is a scam.
Yeah.
We don't fully understand the extent of the scam.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look publicly, socially, on any social media network. I'm sure that Wax is loving it. I'm sure that Recur is loving it. All of the competition is loving it, and they're learning from it too at the same time. So if Veve can get this stuff going, they have to start. Like I said yesterday's video, and I know there was a couple people who agreed with me. I don't know if everybody did, but they just need to give the community some kind of hope and not just hashtag soon. You gotta come out with it. And okay, MTL, we understand it's a big thing, lots of processes, business things take a lot of time to do. But if you keep stringing someone along and you don't ever leave them some crumbs to eat, that's when things go south. And now it gets even more exploited because now they've been breached or whatnot. And it makes people even question their own collectibles. Never mind just gems. People might be like, "Oh, what's going to happen to my collectibles? Is someone going to take them from me? Is
Is it
it
secure?
Yeah? Is it secure? You told me in an AMA I could buy off app. You brought it up. What was the point of even bringing it up in the AMA? Like if you're vetting your questions, just don't even talk about it. If you're going to allow it to me, don't even talk about it. Don't bring it up at the AMA because not only I didn't even really know that people were buying off app until that AMA, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that were in that boat where they found out about off app gems from that discussion. So now they're all going to be looking for, oh my gosh, I've been paying 1.5 at Apple Store to get gems, and now I can get them for 0.8, 0.7, whatever it was at the time. Now all these people started researching, and the more people you get together looking to do that, that's when scams are going to be formed because then they're going to all be looking for loopholes. How can I figure this out? They said it was legal, blah blah blah. So it is definitely to blame Veve for this because that's another thing. They allowed it to come out. And
But here's the sad thing. The sad thing about all this is that the argument on why MTL needs to take so long is because Veve is dealing with all these amazing licensors.
Yeah.
They're dealing with Disney and DC, And there's already people who are not comfortable with the NFT space, so they have to make sure everything goes smoothly. I agree with that. However, they really missed the mark on this one, because now with this whole scam and this scandal that happened, now they got to go to Disney and DC and explain the fraudulent activity to them.
Yeah. And they
So
need them. They need
not
them because they're the only thing that's keeping. They're the only thing I think that makes them legitimate. Like the reason we joined is because we knew Disney had IP on the app, and Disney tweeted about it. If Disney didn't tweet it, I wouldn't even believe that it was really their IP. I would have, you know what I mean? It's that type of thing too. So definitely they have to keep their IP licensors happy.
yeah, like MTL, it's still possible they would have ran this scam and they would have got free gems. But I just feel like it would be so much harder to dish those gems off in the aftermarket at such a discounted rate. I really don't know how it would have been. I think MTL would have helped improve the situation. We still don't know what the scammers have done to get all those gems. But
Yeah.
now all I'm saying is now they got to go to Disney and they got to say to them, well, we just had this massive scam happen to us. There was a glitch. I think they
Whatever. We
believe it
don't
was a
know yet.
glitch. We
Yeah.
don't know. And I mean, worst case scenario, this leaves a bad mouth in their mouths and makes them think, what's that? They need to take some kind of action, which is like the ultimate FUD. But
If
I don't think
if
that's
they're
gonna
making
happen. But
enough money, I don't think Disney's going to go anywhere. But they're definitely going to be asking questions like, "What's happening? How did this happen? How can we fix it? And what are your plans?" And then this time, Vivi's going to have to be a little bit quicker on the response of what their plan will be to address this, I guess. And having the market closed for this long is not a good look either.
yeah,
And it's not a good look. It's a bad. You can't even trade on your app now. This is just another thing to add to the pile to the people who were maybe questioning their investment in the first place. Now you got to think a lot of them have left or said, "Forget this."
well, they need to definitely deal with this in a timely manner. There's a lot
Yeah.
of questions that need to be answered. So now, for example, what's going to happen to all the collectibles that were purchased with these gems?
Hmm.
And more importantly, how many gems have been in circulation? Like they're estimating 7 to 9 million.
Yeah.
But how long has this gone on for? What if
And
it's way more,
how many flips have happened with those same gems?
right?
What do you do? They got to take the loss. I think at some point they're going to have to take the loss because unless you're going to take out half of this could have filtered through hundreds of thousands of people by the time that they figured it out. What do? You can't retrace everything back to the beginning.
Yeah, you
You, you,
can't
you can
ban
ban
people.
you can ban the people once you track it back. You can ban the original source, but you can't ban the rest of the thread who bought from those people, from those people, from those people. So
My
I
fear
don't
is
know.
that this is way more than 7 to 9 million. My fear is that these last 3 days were just these guys who were doing this figured
Yeah.
out that their time was coming to an end and they just exploited it to the max. But what if they were just kind of chipping away at it every day for the long run? I just don't know. We don't have enough information. You
Yeah.
cannot ban people who are not aware that they're getting dirty gems.
Yeah,
You cannot.
and
You
you
not
can't tell people you can buy off app, and then
and then ban them
and
because
then ban them if they bought off app and they didn't know. So all they really have to do is say I didn't know, and that would be it. Like they would have to prove that they bought these apps knowingly,
yeah.
or they bought these gems knowingly, or prove that they're the ones who used whatever illegal credit card or glitch or Apple's App Store card. I don't know how it got purchased. I'm still confused how this even works if it's going through Apple.
Well,
So
it's gonna be a. This is a. I think this is actually a critical time in Vivi's history. Believe
yeah,
it or not, their short history on how they deal with this, because like what are they gonna do now with those fraudulent gems? Like what if they if so people are asking, is the market gonna go up or down? Well, if they take those 8 million gems, whatever, 7, 9, whatever it ends up being, if they take those gems out of circulation because they're fraudulent, the market can only go down,
yeah,
right?
I
It
agree.
because you're taking away gems from the supply. So you have the same number of collectibles, you have the same number of people, and now all of a sudden you have, let's say it's like 3%. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but you're taking gems
It's
out of
easy.
the supply.
It's easy to explain. You guys are dealing with it now in real life with inflation. They've just printed a bunch of money during COVID, threw it into the ecosystem. Now bread costs like $5. Okay, It's just gas costs however much. Everything's going up in value because there's more money in the economy. But if you take the money out of the economy, you're dropping the price of things, and that's what's happening if they do delete these 8 million gems. Which I don't think they're going to do that either. I don't think they can do it. I think that they're gonna maybe redistribute or whatever they have to do. If those accounts that originally bought them still do have a lot of those gems, yeah, they freeze their accounts. Then they deal with it however they're gonna deal with it. But still, the gems will be parked, which
Like, what if
it'll lower the prices. You're right.
people were saying that first of all, we're not economy experts or anything like that. This would make sense to us that if you remove gems from the supply, the prices have to go down because there's less gems in circulations to fuel the prices until you enter the new gems back in. But what's going to happen if they retroactively take everything back? People were saying there was negative accounts, right?
Yeah,
There was rumors that there were negative accounts, meaning they took back gems. That could be a disaster.
That exists already. There's negative accounts already that exist.
This is a rumor. I cannot verify it, but people were saying that
just make a new account.
No, but if that means the gems are taken away from them, right? Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I get it. But if they have collectibles in a negative balance, you just make a new account, transfer the collectibles there, and then you have a zero balance, and you just made whatever your negative was.
but
back.
if you own a collectible that was purchased with these, right?
Yeah.
If they put you in that negative situation, it just means you have to top it back up to use that account again. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
why?
if you're gonna lose all your MCP though if you transfer it. But whatever.
There's no MCP program yet.
So, yeah, it doesn't exist, but it is retroactive.
It doesn't exist yet.
But it's retroactive.
I get it.
So,
but I don't know if the bots care about the MCP as much as we
do.
Very
true. They won't care at all about it.
That's what I mean. So
I'm not even worried about the bots. I'm just worried about the people who unknowingly may be involved now that may be hurt by this. That's all.
And Veve has a track record to get people who aren't really at fault banned, or then you got to go through all these tickets and stuff. It's not right.
Yeah. So now speaking of the gems though, the secondary gem market now I hear is completely in shambles.
Yeah.
I mean, people are so scared to get banned, which in a way could be a good thing because if it forces people to start buying legitimate gems now, then you're going to bring actual new gems into the supply, because when you're buying off market, you're getting gems that someone else owned. You're not actually adding new gems into the market to then fuel prices. It kind of keeps everything the same or increase that selling pressure.
I want to bring up a point now that you mentioned that. Someone actually left us a comment on the last video where we said that, not the last video, a couple of videos ago when we said Veve's going to zero. They said that our example wasn't fundamentally correct because I forget. Do you remember how you worded it?
I think, well, first somebody said, why would they sell it at a loss?
Oh yeah.
Or they would just buy the gems and not sell it. They would just
hold the gems. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what people do.
Well, there are definitely people who do that, but there's also people who buy OffApp to buy collectibles in hopes that the collectibles will go up. And if they don't go up, they have that net difference to allow them some cushion to take the money to sell for gems again and then try all over again, right?
Yeah, they might flip, they might get scared, spooked.
But to your point, if they do buy at 50% as the example and they get 100% of the gems and they park them, that also creates downward selling pressure, because now those gems are parked, and just back to the same example, you're taking money out of the ecosystem. Now there's less money to spread around to all the collectibles, brings down the price of the collectibles. So regardless, that's downward selling pressure by having OffApp sales.
Yeah. And we still believe that this OffApp gem market is very damaging to the overall market. I think that we still agree. To this day, I haven't changed my mind that we should take advantage of this, but you have to be really, really careful if you're going to do it, who you're buying from. And clearly, there's going to be a huge mess right now. I think MTL would have really, really helped to prevent the amount of damage that we're now going to experience. I mean, scammers are scammers. If there's a glitch, they were gonna abuse that glitch anyways. It would just be so much harder for them to get that money out without being traced. Because if they're going to go through an MTL, I mean, I'm not a criminal, but I'm sure these guys know ways around everything. But the MTL would have definitely helped in terms of liquidating those gems to cash right now, right?
Yeah.
So the last thing I want to touch upon, and maybe you could flip back over to me. There was a rumor that this was a known issue. Don't know if it's true or not, but there was a rumor that on the Discord.
See it, but I don't know. Yeah. You might have to read it.
Yeah, I'll just read it quickly. So D Money, his name's D Money. Said, so I found a way to get as many gems as possible if I wanted to. And Wild Hair said, how so? And he said, when I get onto apps, sometimes I get bored and try to find glitches, exploits, etc. But I want to tell y'all before others find out. but also I wanted to see if I could get a reward or something by finding this out and telling you. And they said, thank you, but we don't give out rewards on request. Okay, then. And then he says, that's pretty much it. So this was like, I think it's dated February 14th, it's dated. So they're saying that they were starting to get tipped off about this a while ago. Maybe they were trying to figure out the network before they shut it down,
Yeah.
or maybe they did nothing about it and now it just finally came to surface. We
So
don't know for sure.
they're saying that Vivi knew about this conversation, or is one of them from Vivi?
Well, it's Wild Hair. It's on. I believe they're the VV Discord. So
Oh,
there's rumors that this has been shared with, like, maybe this is not it, but there are rumors that people from the community may have tipped them off earlier
yeah.
than just today or yesterday, and it's possible that they weren't able to verify it. But some people question. I mean, that first day that there was a massive increase of like 5 million gems. That very very first day, why wasn't that red flag? Like, they should be watching their gems like almost every day.
Maybe they didn't want to come out with this until after they put out that community update, because then it looks like they ignored it or something like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh, or
I don't
maybe then
know.
they shut down the market and then they put out a video, but they can't talk about it because the video was pre-recorded. I don't know. You would
I
think that they would take action as soon as they heard about it because it's damaging to them.
but
So I'm
Put in Cheeks is tracking this all the time, and he's just a community member. The people at Veve must be on top of those gem purchases like constantly. Did they
yeah.
not start realizing some kind of odd behavior suddenly happening? Like, it took 3 days to finally catch it. Why wasn't it picked up on day one? I just think that this could be very bad for Veve. I think, though, because we are very bullish on Veve, they're gonna find a way to deal with
They'll
this
figure it out.
properly. They're gonna
Yeah,
figure it out.
don't be too scared. They're gonna figure it out. It's good that they shut down the market for it. It's not going to be a good thing for when the market opens. I'm predicting it now is going to be a massive crash. I've also been wrong in the last 2 weeks 4 times, but I think anytime you have a market shutdown for this long, it creates FUD and makes people in the community scared, and people be like, why was the market closed? I had all my money in collectibles. At least now I can sell it to gems and maybe transfer my gems out, even though they're getting rid of transfers soon. um, but I think it's going to create a lot of more selling pressure on top of the selling pressure we already have. I think secondary market gems are going to be even cheaper because it's going to be harder for those guys to sell because people are scared they're going to get banned. Right now, unless, like you said, MTL, MCP, you start giving things to the community, make them hyped, bring the comics to the showroom, do all the things that we want. One thing at a time, but do something. Do
Yeah,
something to stop the bleeding.
and I would love to know what this glitch was, right? Because is
Yeah, if
it
you know more
possible?
information, write in the comments.
Yeah, let us know below if you guys have any more information. Because, like, why did this glitch exist? Like, I'm not techie. I don't know how what it takes to block something like that. But usually these companies go all out on
Yeah.
that one thing that usually matters to them, which is payment, right? They usually make sure that they find secure ways to bring money into their company, and not, like in this case, start issuing gems that weren't paid for. If that is the real story,
Yeah,
if
I have no
if that
idea. Could it be insider? Nobody knows. Like nobody knows
could
this
it be
true story. I
an
have no
insider
idea.
insider movement.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. I want to hear all the stories, all the thoughts, because this look, we went back and forth for almost half an hour. Well, first 10 minutes we were talking about other things, but we're very passionate about it. We waited to put out our video. We didn't go on any live streams talking about it because we wanted to talk to you guys first. And hopefully you guys appreciated this little dialogue. Like one of you guys said, it was good cop, bad cop, but I think we agreed on a lot of things today compared to the last video. So yeah, drop us a like if you don't mind. Follow us on Veve. Follow our socials. And Rob, why don't you take it away?
You can become a superstar too. Smash that subscribe button. We want to see you again. Let us know what you think below about this video. There was so much to talk about. I think this is insane news today on this. It's very sad news. I think we should be superstar sad Rob and superstar sad Joe. Yeah, we want to hear from you. Comment below. We respond to every comment, whether you agree or don't agree. Let's talk it out, and we hope to see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.